American Morning, the most news in the morning, period. Weekdays 6 Eastern.
America's 111th Congress will have a first for this nation, a Vietnamese-American representative. Louisiana Republican Joseph Cao beat out indicted Democrat William Jefferson over the weekend. That election was delayed for a month because of Hurricane Gustav. Congressman-elect Cao joins us this morning from his district, the 2nd District in New Orleans. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're the first Republican to represent the New Orleans area since 1890. William Jefferson, the indicted incumbent, lost to you over the weekend. This is a district that's heavily Democratic, I think 66%, 60% African-American, and yet you won, many people say, Congressman, because of just dismal turnout among Democrats. Would you have been able to win this seat if that didn't happen?
I'm not sure about that, John, because as you know, the people of the 2nd District are ready for change and ready for a new direction. So if more Democrats were to come out, I'm not sure of the outcome.
Right. I mean, I think it was 11% of the 2nd District counts itself as Republican. But now you're the congressman from that area. You have vowed that rebuilding New Orleans is going to be a big part of your focus. What are you going to do that hasn't been done so far in putting New Orleans back together after Hurricane Katrina?
Well, I read in the local newspaper about 2 days ago that the levee protection has been delayed again. So my first order of business would be to work with other Louisiana congressmen and senators to push the issue of levee protection through as quickly as possible.
And you're somebody who knows what it's like to lose a lot during Katrina because you're an attorney in New Orleans. You lost your business. You also lost your home. So you had some rebuilding to do yourself.
Yes, actually, I have to rebuild my home twice in the last 3 years. We had 8 feet of water from Katrina, and then Gustav sent in another 1.5 feet. So we just finished rebuilding our house for the 2nd time in 3 years. So I know of the struggles and the inconvenience and the hardships of rebuilding.
Right. Now, as we said, this is a first for America. I mean, we've got a lot of firsts this year. We've got our first African-American president-elect. We now have our first Vietnamese-American member of Congress. Do you think that this will be a new dawn for politics among Vietnamese-Americans? I know particularly down there in Louisiana, Vietnamese-Americans haven't really been that active in politics.
That is true, and I hope that this will be a new day for Vietnamese-American politics. I hope that more of the young Vietnamese-American will become more interested in political action, in social issues, and hopefully in the near future we can bring more Vietnamese-American to Congress.
We should point out to our viewers that you escaped after the fall of Saigon in 1975. I believe you and 1 or 2 siblings were the first to come over. You left, I think, 5 members of your family there, your mother, your father. What's happened with the rest of your family? Have they all settled here in the United States, or are there still some in Vietnam?
I only have 1 sister left in Vietnam. My oldest sister came to immigrate to the United States about 2 months ago. My father and mother and 2 of my sisters came in 1991 under the HO program. And one of my younger sisters was killed right after the war.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So there's only 1 person left in Vietnam.
Right. And you said after you won, actually, that you want all Vietnamese Americans to work toward the democratic development of Vietnam. It's not a democratic country at this point. Does it bother you that the United States has full diplomatic relations with Vietnam under its current system of government?
No, it doesn't bother me because obviously there are many ways to achieve a peaceful democracy. So I'm pretty sure that in many ways we will be able to communicate, to converse, so that in the near future we can try to encourage Vietnam to allow people more freedom of religion, more civil rights, and hopefully to turn the country into a democracy.
All right. Well, Congressman Joseph Cao, the first Vietnamese-American elected to Congress, good to talk to you this morning. I guess we'll be seeing a lot more of you in Washington. Thanks for joining us.